Snow Trails TV continues exploring snow parks in Washington State around the Yakima Valley. Hi, I'm Video Mike and welcome to Snow Trails TV in Washington State. We're at the Ahtanum Sno-Park and we're going to get a tour of the area and let you get familiar with what Washington has to offer. I'm here with Devin, who's going to tell us a little bit about the area, and he's also the groomer coordinator. And if you go on to Snow West and want to know about the conditions, this is the guy that's got the answers. Devin, tell us a little bit about this.
Well, the Ahtanum Sno-Park is one of the largest in the state of Washington. We typically can fit on a good day about 100 rigs in here and another 10 at the lower snow park, and then some a little bit lower. We've got this trailhead basically starts off from 4 different directions. You've got the Red Saddle on the south, Middle Fork next, North Fork, and then we call the Jackass trailhead, which is the north side of Divide Ridge, goes up a little bit further down. Our snow park's at about 3,100 feet elevation, and we can ride from here to about just under 7,000 feet on the top of Darling Mountain.
I think we need to go find out what's here. So let's get out on the trails on Snow Trails TV. 2 years in the planning for this trip with Washington State Snowmobile Association, and the weather has just not been to our favor. We had heard so much about the Ahtanum Sno-Park and really hoping the weather would favor our cameras. We are located in what is known as the Greenwater Yakima area. There are 6 different areas that divide up the state. Just about everywhere we traveled this winter, the snow park was down to half or more of what is usually enjoyed. So while we do get an introduction to the area, we really don't get to show you the real riding opportunities as they should exist. About 10 miles down the trail and 3,100 feet in elevation. We're now at 6,100 feet. We're up here about 6,700 feet. We've had too many people doing the snow dance. It's coming in pretty hard and heavy. I don't know if you can see behind me, but there's a nice little play area that's just over the top. There's something they call the Super Bowl. But the visibility is like down to about, probably less than 20 yards right now. We're hunkered down here behind a pine tree, just kind of hoping that the snow will lift a moment so we can continue on here. But, you know, they tell me awesome scenery from the top, and I believe it, but we just can't see it right now. When the snowfall gets like this heavy and thick, riding the backcountry is not advisable. It's far too difficult to see and read the terrain ahead, so we are doing a lot more trail riding than normal. And with the difficulties of reading the terrain come the difficulties of keeping the sled track side down. Notice the low windshield, low profile handlebars, and low profile mirrors. Other than a little difficulty starting it, it seemed none the worse. And this sure isn't the first time for me with a small mishap.
These old models were made for
Washington State snowmobiling is for the most part off-trail, backcountry mountain riding in organized, state-operated snow parks. All safety precautions should be observed, including personal avalanche beacons, shovels, and probe poles. There is a groomed trail network that leads around the various mountains, but is really only used to travel to new meadows or adventurous hillsides. Trailside to lunch.
Yep. At Blue Lake.
You're supposed to put those along the way.
It's been a lot of fun snowmobiling, and even a day like this, it's still better than sitting in the house looking outside. We've done a little bit of boondocking now. We can't really do any high marking because we can't see the ground very well. It's really flat lighting here. But we're going to stop in this little clover trees here in Blue Lake and have a bag lunch. If we could have planned this ride for tomorrow, fresh powder and maybe sunny skies.
I googled Washington State Snowparks and easily found all the resources and maps for locating the over 80 snowparks available for snowmobiles and many other non-motorized winter enjoyment. Downloadable maps were available for each snowpark with specific directions.
Take a look here, you can see we've got lots of snowpack today, and the camera is not doing real well. Zoom's frozen, the thing's hardly turning on, and we can't see very well out of this one. The spare one, our indoor camera, I'm not going to take the chance of killing that one. So we're just going to go ride here in the back country, have some fun, and hope you enjoyed what you've already seen today here on Snow Trails TV, riding in Washington State. And we're going to have great snow for tomorrow.
Before the days of the Yakima Valley being really settled, cohabitating with the elk herd that came out of the mountains for the milder weather was not a problem. But with the farmland in the growing valley and the expansion of civilization, some compromise had to be reached. This elk herd feeding station is set up, and as you can see, hundreds of elk are here for the winter. This keeps them from coming into the valley and competing with the farmers for food. Comfortable conversation and sharing riding stories was a nice way to end the evening. We were overnighting and riding just out of Whistling Jack's Lodge. Originally built in 1931 and located along the Natchez River and Chinook Pass Highway at Cliffdale, just outside of Natchez.
Hi, welcome to Snow Trails TV. I'm in Washington State right now. We're riding right outside of Whistling Jack's where we've been staying for the last few days. There's another snow park right here, and we've had some great riding the last 4 days. Let's go take a look and see what we have to offer today.
Here at the Spring Creek Snow Park, we're going to go up to 1705, around over here. We're going to go up through some boondocking and up into this Ball Mountain area, and drop back down over into the Rock Creek area and come back around, come back to the snow park.
We're going to be riding in the Wenatchee National Forest, located in the Natchez Ranger District. The snow park was just across from the lodge. There was also a snowmobile rental shop that could take care of your travel needs.
We just left the Spring Creek Snow Park and come up to 1705. We are now at the intersection that goes down to Gold Creek. We are in it'll be the 1703. We're going to proceed up the 1703 into the Gold Creek drainage up to a play area up here about 3 or 4 miles up the road a ways.
With the long paddle tracks not throwing much snow, a cooling issue is developed. But as soon as we get off the hard-packed trail, this cooling issue will improve.
Those weren't bad for you at all.
All right, the GPS has got my altitude here at about 5,400 feet. The snow is a lot more snow now, and we're almost above the cloud layer. I see blue sky up there. It looks like it's going to burn off, and we're looking for a real good day here. This whole area, beautiful powder bowls that on a regular year would be just excellent stomping ground for the snowmobiles. Now it's a little thin, but we'll see if we can get our friends to go play here and show you the kind of fun you can have.
In 1964, Congress passed the Wilderness Act, creating designated wilderness areas within national forests, national parks, and certain other federal land. This act prohibits roads, vehicles, snowmobiles, and other motorized equipment from entering designated areas. While snowmobiles have little impact on the ground, they are still included in the ban. I have seen several prohibited wilderness areas and stayed out. Unfortunately, sometimes snowmobilers do not know where the boundaries are or may not realize an area is closed, leading to accidental intrusions into the wilderness areas. We must all respect the existing wilderness areas. This may help prevent additional area closures. Please familiarize yourself with the location of restricted areas and respect the boundaries.
We don't get the dry powder snow here. Ours is a lot more moisture in it. So the snow back, where you get the powder snow that you can go through stuff that's maybe waist deep, we get 2 or 3 feet, and sometimes you can't even go through it because it's just a different consistency. Well, this area here, we're now up on what we call Ball Mountain, and it's open like you see here, and you can go from one meadow to the next, and we drop off over on the north side over here, and we head towards Ellensburg and Cle Elum. This area here has acre and acre of play area. This is really a beautiful play area up here. It can be as challenging as you want or as tame as you want.
In case you didn't know, every state that has snowmobiling has an organized state association that you can become a member of that works to sustain, maintain, and promote recreational snowmobiling. These associations are run by volunteers, sometimes even your friends and neighbors. From contacting your state association, one can easily find information about local snowmobile clubs that may take you along to areas like this and introduce you to many others who share the same outdoor passions and enjoy your company. Use your favorite search engine, Washington State Snowmobile Association. All these sleds have extended tracks, 144-inch track length or better with deep lugs of 1.5 inches, 2 inches or more. This helps with the riding in the deeper powder and climbing hills. On the trails though, the longer track does not handle as well as a shorter track sled.
We have to shovel the roof off once in a while. It gets so deep on it.
Park up
Yeah,
there
you
and
park right up, pull on the back side, and just park, stand on your sled, and pull it off.
here we are, backcountry riding, having a mile-high sandwich. We're 5,000 feet up. It's a perfect day here.
While we are having a lot of fun, they tell me that these conditions are not at all normal for this season of 2010. There are at least 8 to 10 feet less snow than normal. But from what I could see, there is a beauty that the mountains of Washington State are offering the snowmobiler, with so many opportunities to explore many miles of backcountry on a snowmobile with the snow parks that if you're complaining about nothing to do and have cabin fever, just take a look at what is available.
Welcome to Whistling Jacks, and you're watching Snow Trails TV.